We know exactly what's going on in your head. You just watched Alex Merkin's No Escape Room. You're a little spooked. However, the thought that's taken over you is, I would have done much more differently, with definitely better outcomes. With regardless of how you would have fared if the movie came to life, let's explain what you actually need to do to beat the No Escape Room. First up, what is No Escape Room? No Escape Room first released in 2018, but the film found its way onto Netflix in the US on February 18, 2021, and that's when it exploded. The film follows a daughter and father duo as their road trip vacation is interrupted when their car breaks down. While they wait for the vehicle to be repaired in a small remote town, they venture off into a nearby house that plays host to a spooky escape room. However, the puzzles and challenges that make up this escape room have a much more supernatural element to them than first thought. Let's talk about the first escape room. The group of people walk into a room and then are mechanically locked in. A buzzer then sounds and a nearby clock shows them that 60 minutes remain. In this room, you're supposed to search all over the place and look for clues until you find a vinyl record by Ma Kettle and the Jug Boys. And then you're supposed to put that record in the gramophone, which will go on to reveal how a strange series of tribal masks are hanging on the wall. And once you've properly rearranged the masks, a painting will open to reveal a safe. Then you'll find a lamp in the room, which when turned on will have a black light that will reveal a series of numbers on the mask. The numbers will be the combination to the safe, which will then open up to reveal a key. Use the key and head to the second room. Then we have the second escape room. They walk into a room with a bunch of old clocks and much better writing. As with the first room, the buzzer goes off. This time it shows them that they have 50 minutes to finish the remaining rooms. In the second room, you'll see a typewriter with the letters rearranged. There happens to be a clock that has been stopped at 10 minutes 12 seconds. Now, you'll find a radio in the room. The time on that clock is a hint to what you should be putting on the radio. Once you've turned the channel to 101.2, the radio begins to broadcast random letters. Next, you type the random letters onto the typewriter. The input will read out 5 lost from midnight. Using this hint, you'll turn the hands on your clock to reveal 11:55, which will then open the clock to reveal a key. Congratulations, you've now escaped room number 2, or have you? The key doesn't seem to open up the main door, but rather a closet, which, when you open it, you'll see the receptionist lying down, claiming she's been stabbed. Fake blood? Let's hope so. Now you need to figure out another way to get out of the room. There happens to be a window above the door. One of your team members should go out of the window, head to the main lobby of the house. At this point, things start getting creepy. The team member sees a shadow walk by quickly. The team member then follows the shadow and ends up walking into the basement, where the door will be shut behind them, setting off a chain reaction, which will open all of the doors in the house, including the door for room number 2. The team has now been released from the room. However, if you're one of the members who are now stuck in the basement, you'll need to watch the next section carefully. Now, we're into the basement. When you walk into the basement, you'll notice that it's a makeshift morgue with a dead body inside of it. You are rightfully afraid now, and you need to figure out how to escape. Well, don't worry, that's exactly why we're here. You'll see a bunch of sharp objects like scalpels that could be used in order to break out of the room. A member of your team has now joined you. You start to wonder whether he's actually a player or if he's with the house. You wonder how he found you, considering you've been quiet this entire time. You also see a bunch of doors. However, after some looking around, you'll see a toilet bowl. Now, of course, your first instinct should have been to run as far away as possible, but this is an escape room. Anything could happen. You'll put your hand down the toilet bowl to find what looks like a severed hand. Once you pull the hand out, you'll find a key in there. That key is going to be your way out of there. That key opens up to gates to air vents that you'll need to use to get out of there. At this point, you're seeing shadows, hallucinations, and you think you're going crazy. You realize that the only way to leave the house, which is full of paranormal activity at this point, is to play the game and end it properly. Don't forget to play the right way. At this point, you're doing all you can to escape the house and beat the game. You go back into room 1 and 2. You start playing the game as it was intended, and suddenly you see a door. You enter the door to enter a bathroom in a diner where you saw the ad for the escape room. You walk out of the door to see the diner as it was before you entered the escape house. You walk outside the diner to see your car. You enter, you sit in your car, and you let out a sigh. You've made it! You've finally escaped the escape room. You look at the glove compartment of your car, and you see it's a lock. A lock similar to the locks found in the house. Turns out you are never going to make it out of this room. Maybe do things differently. Here's the thing. So far we've covered how to beat No Escape Room while following the rules. There happens to be a way you can escape the room. Don't listen to the rules. Don't follow anyone, and whatever you do, don't listen to anyone, even if they seem to be on your side. At the first sight of any paranormal or illegal activity, just get out. Slip out of the window bars. If not, use any of the sharp objects to break locks. If these ways don't work, you could instead, try grabbing a chair and try to break the doors open. Now, we're not 100% sure if this is gonna work, but it's definitely better than trying to play by the rules and getting yourself into more and more trouble. Prevention is better than cure? If you've seen the movie, I'm sure you can find hundreds of red flags that would have prevented any sane person from entering the escape room. Let's start with the waitress at the diner. She was clearly acting extremely odd. She even joked that visitors to the escape room have never been found again, before bursting out into what some might call suspicious laughter. The waitress alone should have been a sign that you shouldn't enter the room. Alright, fine, you ignore the waitress. It's no big deal, you tell yourself. However, once you arrive at the location, you should back out of going in. The escape room turns out to be a house. There are no people to be seen, no cars parked, nothing. Come on, is that not gonna make you turn around and leave? Alright, let's proceed. The third red flag comes in the shape of the hostess. As soon as you walk inside, she grabs you by the shoulder and screams. Later, she brushes it off as part of the plot. But who does that? It's actually pretty illegal for people in a business to just touch you or hold you without your consent. Even if it wasn't illegal, it's far from the norm. Alright, fine, you still decide to go ahead. You go into a lobby where all of the other people who are supposed to play the game are sitting. Remember, there weren't any cars outside, and you notice something strange. The windows have bars on them. What kind of entertainment venue has bars on windows? And no, you can't add them for dramatic effect. That would be a fire hazard. So, at this point, before the game is started, you should definitely just turn and run and make an escape. Have you still not, bailed on the whole thing? Alright. This should definitely convince you to make a run for it and not continue with the game. When you enter the lobby with all of the other players, you'll see that they offer you tea. Firstly, the steam coming out of the tea doesn't look like steam at all. It looks like smoke. Red flag? Yeah, we know. Secondly, there was absolutely no discussion regarding the payment. A business offering you drinks without even telling you how much you owe without taking a single penny seems suspicious, doesn't it? What if in the end you have to pay thousands of dollars? That should have been the final nail in the coffin. And that's a wrap for this video. How would you have beaten the escape room? Would you follow the rules, or would you break your way out? Or would you just never go there to begin with? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.